Hi witches! So today I wanted to start off the video by saying a huge shout out and thank you to Shauna, who became a patron the morning that I filmed this, and I saw it as I was pulling into my parking space at my apartment and almost slammed into a wall. It was so exciting. Every time I get a new patron, I literally scream at the top of my lungs. I'm just so happy, and I just want to say thank you guys so much for supporting me, allowing me to do this. It's really, really incredible, and I just really appreciate all of the support from everybody. So thank you, Shauna, and thank you to all of my amazing patrons. So if you're interested in checking out Patreon and haven't yet, it is linked down below. I post Monday, Wednesday, Friday, as well as you get all the videos early, and that's starting from the $1 price tier, and then it goes up from there. There is never any pressure. This whole project is going to be 100% free. It's just kind of add-on stuff, and it helps me. So anyways, that's my little spiel on it. I'm going to go into the video now because I'm sure y'all don't want to listen to me self-promo. Anyways, so today's video is actually very in theme with Yule. I know we've been talking about that a lot. We're going to talk about Yule proper a little bit closer to the winter solstice. A lot of my videos so far have been kind of Yule themed, and that's kind of the theme for the month. It's kind of just tying up loose ends, talking about Yule, all of that good stuff. I don't know, I have a touch of the holiday spirit, so I'm really happy about that this year. But I'm going to be talking about Yule proper, a little bit closer to the actual winter solstice, so that way the information is fresh, and then that way you're not oh yeah, did they do a video on that? Let me go check. So anyways, looking at this and being okay, why do you have a Christmas tree? You are a witch. And I'm yes, okay, we're gonna talk about that a little bit later this month too, but this is actually my pagan Christmas tree, and I wanted to show it off because I'm very proud of it. I made this a few years ago and then just didn't disassemble it, so I've just kept it like this. I don't know if anyone else does that, but basically it all fits into a box and it's really easy, and yeah. Anyways, so on my little tree here, because I wanted to feel included but also did not practice Christianity, I have a bunch of little symbols, so symbols of Yule, like the acorn, the pine cone, I have some little gnomes on here, some stars, there's a deer for Hearn, and just a bunch of cute little things on here. So that's kind of how I integrate my paganism into Christian decor. And all of this stuff I didn't go to a metaphysical store for, I just found and handpicked, right? So if you are someone who can't practice openly, there is hope around Christmas time for you, even though you might feel very disconnected from the practice right now. I understand that as well, because that's kind of how I felt when I was not able to be open about my practices. Christmas time was always really, really hard for me, but now I'm kind of reclaiming it, so that's fun. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of hope if you are kind of unable to practice as openly as you want. Today's little video topic / craft, which I've spent far too long not talking about, is actually a really good avenue for practicing witchcraft on the sly. So we're gonna get into it. So today's activity is to make a Yuletide wreath. And this is has a funny little nubbin. I had to take off the tag, I'm sorry. So anyways, I went to the dollar store because I don't like to spend a whole lot of money on stuff. And I went and I got a wreath and a bunch of little decorations. So this is just stuff that I literally found. I mean, and I live in the middle of nowhere, so there's not a whole lot of options, you know what I mean? But anyways, I went to the dollar store and I got a wreath and a bunch of little other extra items. Wreaths normally go on your front door, right? So I thought this would be a really great avenue for me to create a home ward for the holiday season. And that's something that you can do as well. And especially if you are kind of one of those practitioners who really can't talk about it, it's just a wreath. It doesn't necessarily need to look anything like mine. It can look like whatever you want, but a wreath is a wreath, and I don't think too many people are going to question it. So I got a wreath, and I'm going to show you the rest of the stuff that I got. Now, I'm going to be constructing this on TikTok Live, so if you guys caught that live, hello, it's nice to see you again, I suppose. But that's what I'm going to be doing, and then I'm going to show you the finished product after that. So I'm trying to go live more often, on Instagram and TikTok and stuff, because I really enjoy it, and I like being able to interact with people. It's very fun. So you should follow me there. I don't know, today's just a lot of talking about myself, and it makes me weird, so I'm sorry, but check it out. Anyways, I got some ornament hooks because we needed them. I got a bunch of little tiny ornaments that I think are really cool that I'm gonna hang on the wreath, which I know sounds weird, but it's fine, bear with me. But the first one that I got was this deer. It has like a little bell, kind of, and then some like holly on it, which I thought was nice, and it's one of the herbs that we talked about being associated with Yule, so I thought that was cool. It reminds me of my patron, so that's kind of why I got it. But Hearn is going to be right there at the top of the Christmas wreath. The next thing I got were it was like a little 2-pack of like spruces, and I liked the way they looked, and I thought they matched the deer really well, so I'm going to be adding these as well. And these, again, I have like ornament hooks and stuff, so I'm gonna be trying to like jerry rig it a little bit, but luckily with like at least with plastic wreaths, and I'm not super into using plastic, this is going to be used for many years, so I feel a little bit better. Like the little branches can kind of like fold over, and like you can loop things on them, so that was my thought behind it. The next thing I got were these like Christmas bells, and I bought some like, what's it called? Like string, I guess, or ribbon, that's the word I was looking for. And I'm going to be hanging these bells off of the wreath, so that way whenever we open the door, there's some sound cleansing going on. Plus, like, they have little snowflakes on them. I don't know if you can see that. I just think that's kind of neat, and it was like a cool decorative touch, and it wasn't like Christmassy at all, so that was cool. So the next thing I have is actually an even smaller wreath. It's Wreathception, but I really like the Pentacle that's in it, and this was a gift to me, and I believe these are also like juniper berries. Pretty sure. If not, please let me know, but I think it's really pretty, and I'm gonna try to find a way to adhere it to the overall wreath. I think I might not. If not though, I do really like the way that this like pentacle is in the middle, so I'm going to try to emulate that on this if I have enough ribbon, if that makes sense. So yes, there's that. Next, I have my actual like gift ribbon. It's just like, you know, it was like 90 cents or whatever, but it's cool, it's gold, and that kind of matches the things that I had. And finally, I have all of my fake flowers. I like to use these for wreaths and stuff because there are like wire things on the inside, so you can kind of adjust them. So it looks like just some like typical like generic holiday flowers. I got a lot of pine cones, which I really like. I love pine cones. And also these like really silvery ones that remind me of like, I don't know, something out of like Narnia or I don't know. I just really liked it, and I like the iridescence. I'm also going to be like enchanting this as I'm doing it. So I'm going to be using properties of like knot work and knot magic, which again, we will be talking about later this month. But like intentionally tying things. Additionally, what you can do if you would like is to like wire wrap crystals and put them into your home ward. You can do the same. I bought some little jars actually, and I might add this to the wreath. I think I'm going to add this to something else that's protective for my home, which I will be talking about later this month. How many times am I going to say that? If you get these little jars, and again, I got these at the dollar store, you can put like different protective herbs in there and then add it to your wreath. So for me, this is not just a Yule decoration, it's kind of me invoking Hearn to protect my home, as well as the bells that dispel negativity and like kind of drive away evil, if that is how you are so inclined to believe about sound cleansing. And then using representatives of plants that are protective, such as holly and stuff like that, I also feel like kind of infuses it with energy. I think I'm also, now that I think about it, like in the moment, this is a thought that's hitting me. I have some dried pine branches that I got at my grandparents' house. So I think I'm gonna weave some of that into there as well for like the same strength that pine, like that, it's a huge pine tree. So I feel like there's a lot of that energy in it as well. So anyways, I've rambled on for way too long. I'm gonna go work on this. Catch me on TikTok live if in the future, if you missed this one, I'm super sorry. But yeah, I'm just gonna see you guys in a second. Hey witches, so that was a super fun live stream. If you guys happen to pop by, I know it was at kind of a weird time of day, and they're usually like 100 plus people in there, which is really cool. But like today it was a little bit more low key and laid back, which was really nice, and I got to like actually talk to people. So thank you guys so much for being there, and I very much appreciate it. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys the wreath. I don't know if you can hear it. But yeah, ooh, as I catch my... So there's the little jingle bells. I think I'm actually going to shorten this one a little bit because it looks a little bit silly. But I hung them on there, and then there's the pentacle. So I'll just kind of show you guys like what all is on here. And there's my little string pentacle thing. I know it's not perfect, but I tried. And I have some little trees that should be coming towards the front a little bit. And then just some of the poinsettias, the little pine cones, and then of course the jingle bells. So I'm gonna go hang this on my front door, and I'll go show you that as well. Okay, and here it is, a very Yuletide homeward. So my bells and my pentacle and Hern, and I'm very excited. So thank you guys for sticking with me for this video. I really appreciate it, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye!